Hey everyone, Tenemani here and welcome to Pretty Privilege. Welcome to today's video. It's going to be half video and half audio, but I just wanted to go ahead and create this introduction because I really wanted to talk about 4 reasons why I believe kids are not setbacks. I wanted to do this introduction because in the past, I've interacted with parents who were genuinely really tired and overwhelmed, stressed, and who would always just complain about having kids. I get it, you know, I have a child, one parent household, but after a while, it just seemed as if it got to the point of it being old. And honestly, I feel like when parents are in this type of energetic vibration, it becomes a perfect place for negativity to grow, which then affects the child. It affects the whole household. Being a parent is very subjective. Every parent has their own experience towards raising their child. And I know with me, there have been a lot of hard days, but also a lot of amazing, great days. So without further ado, here are my reasons as to why I believe kids are not setbacks. I hope you guys enjoy. Number one reason I believe kids are not setbacks is because having kids activates your responsibility levels by having an additional life you decide to take care of. I know with me, the moment I found out I was pregnant is when I instantly went into mommy mode activation. And fast forward, once my daughter was born, holding her, breastfeeding her, caring for her became second nature for me. When you become a parent, it becomes a positive transformation for you because you make a decision to improve your quality of life skills towards responsibility. You're now responsible for someone else's life, their well-being besides your own. Discipline and organization. Learning how to create and follow a set schedule as to when errands, business, work begins, when it gets done, and making sure activities and family days are accounted for are very important when staying disciplined and organized. These also fall under the umbrella term of being responsible for your child. Communication, listening more than you talk, listening more than you yell or argue, and hearing your kids out will do wonders for your relationship. Open communication from the moment you become a parent to when your kid is however old will always be important because our feelings and emotions are valid. I know with me, I'm 31 years old, my dad is 75, and only the past year and a half is when I really began to open up about my past feelings that I've been keeping inside for many years with my dad, and vice versa. And let me tell you guys, communication is so beautiful, and it's also vital at every stage and development in a child and parent's life. Trust, empathy, providing, protection. These are all attributes that contribute towards having a successful household and amazing parenting because you're honing in on developing these skills. And don't get me wrong, mistakes will happen. There's a lot of craziness that comes with being a parent. But accepting them, learning from the highs and lows, allows you to improve yourself, which then creates a more loving household to be a part of for the whole family. Number 2, I don't believe kids are setbacks because you're able to create fun, memorable experiences you do not get from anyone else. When you have a child, they become an extension of you, a life force, an energetic force that creates this abundance of love you never thought you could ever feel for anyone. Memorable experiences include, but they're not limited to, developmental milestones, celebrations, birthdays, holidays, family vacations, graduations. All of these are highs that come with being a parent. These experiences can even just be waking up to hear each other's voice in the morning. It's the smallest actions and moments that create bliss. There's so much fun and happiness that I believe it overrules the hardships that are experienced during bad days. Yes, kids have tantrums. Teenagers have attitudes. Yes, they make you want to pull out your hair sometimes. Oh my gosh, you guys. My daughter and I, we've gone up and up, toe to toe with one another. But their energy sometimes, it just makes you want to lock yourself in a bathroom for hours once they're in bed. And you just want to sit there crying sometimes. Yes, I've been there. But all that comes with being a parent. And years from now, when you're scrolling through your photos, wondering where the time went, when you're looking at your child when they're older, you'll know for a fact that your child was never a setback because of all the memorable experiences you were able to share with them just by having them be there. It's beautiful. Number three is so important to me because you guys don't even know how many times I've heard parents say, if I didn't have my child, I would have been able to get that job. If I didn't, have my child, all of my dreams would have been accomplished. And because of this child, I wasn't able to do X, Y, Z with my life. First off, no one asks to be here. You didn't, and neither did your child. Blaming is not right, but not taking accountability is where I draw the line. I understand it takes two to tango. And now that a child comes into the picture, let the lesson be the need to align with your purpose. Before becoming a parent, okay, you might have had more freedom on the weekends. You were able to pick up and go travel wherever you please and live the life of a bachelor or a bachelorette, right? Monday through Sundays, 24/7, 365. I get it, you guys. I'm a former stripper. And let me tell you, the amount of clubbing and partying I would do in 1 week, oh my gosh, is probably what one person would do in 6 months. Like, I was wild. But number 3 is important because the need to align with your purpose is why I believe kids are not setbacks. Because their energy and dependency on you makes you then weed out irrelevancies in your life to create more balance, tranquility, and a stronger foundation for them to live on. There were times I wish I could have gone out to certain outings, to a few business expos, to some late night concerts, activities of that sort. But I'm not able to because I have my daughter. And other instances, I wasn't able to work during certain hours or even overnight because there would be no consistent, trustworthy babysitter for my daughter. And this made me put into consideration that since I'm not able to attend these certain activities, right? I know for a fact a lot of other parents can relate or work, certain hours. To me, this effortlessly removes my focus and attachment from those certain wishes. They no longer become of importance to me because if it was really important to attend, these life-changing events or to go in a route of a certain career, I strongly believe the universe would have allowed me to enjoy its creation. And if not, then let this be a sign from the universe to direct your energy back into self, to direct that energy back into your child and other opportunities that will align with your purpose and love of life. Not everything you want or desires you. Therefore, it may be time to let certain desires go, or if not, to give it time to come back into your life later on down the line. Regardless the case, is knowing your child was not the reason as to why you weren't able to fulfill a certain calling or obligation or to go to somewhere you really wanted to. Number 4, they make you realize what you never knew about relationships. My daughter does math and reading classes at a tutoring center twice a week outside of going to school. And when we get there, I see different types of parents. And regardless of race, economic status, ethnicity, all healthy parents want the best for their children. We're willing to put in the time, the energy, the money, the mileage on our car to give them the best of the best. We want for them to strive and to surpass all of what we've never been able to do. And when I say surpass, I mean take it to the limit, with academics, with sports, with just life in general. We want the most comfortable life for them, which is why we do our best to make sure that they're well taken care of. However, we're not always going to be there for them throughout every moment in their life. There will be moments of darkness we know that they will have to endure on their own, which is why we're broken records when we repeat, be careful, look both ways, remember what I taught you, speak up for yourself, treat others the way you want to be treated, say no to drugs and all that. You know what I'm talking about, right? Kids are not setbacks because they really make you realize what you never knew about relationships as to how to truly love and how to enjoy learning about them, learning about yourself, learning how to let go and to let them be their own person. All of these emotions and feelings are enough to drive anyone crazy. Which is why if you're a parent and you know for a fact that you've been doing your best to nurture, to care, to provide, and to protect for your kids, kudos to you. Like I said, parenting is subjective, but I like to believe it is worth it. And being a parent to me is such an amazing, joyful, wild experience nothing else can ever compare to. Also, if you believe kids are a setback, technically you're calling yourself a setback because you once were a kid. And I can guarantee you, we were all wild, crazy kids that made our parents want to just pull their hair out at times because that's just what kids do. And think about it, there's no perfect child. If there's no perfect child, there must not be a perfect parent. It's all fine and good because we're all learning. I don't believe kids are setbacks. To me, they're catalysts into finding out more about who we are and what we're capable of doing for them. I'm Tenemane. Thanks for tuning into Pretty Privilege. Aloha and take care.